All right, welcome back for another episode of the Dark Figures Podcast. Welcome back to the channel. If you like our stuff, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Don't forget to hit that like and comment if you want to see some other guests on here and let us know how we're doing. But without further ado, I'm here with my co-host, Robert. Say hello, Robert.
Hi, Robert.
Wow, you look great. Did you get some good sleep last night?
I did get some good sleep. I woke up curled up in my dad's bass room.
Oh, wow. What better place to sleep?
I'm a lone wolf.
Yeah. What did you go to bed listening to last night?
Oh, man. I can't remember. I know I started playing. It was like real mellow, and it was like, cha, cha, cha. I think it was AC/DC, dude.
Oh, yeah.
It was AC/DC. They're my new favorite band. They're my new favorite band. They are. I was on a
come around.
I was driving and my phone, like the battery died, and I turned it to a classic rock station.
Ooh. And
it was basically all AC/DC. And now I'm thunderstruck, bro. I love it. I am. I'm thunderstruck. I'm back in black.
Back in black. Mm-hmm. Well, kind of gray today, but close enough.
I apologize in advance. I'm going to make a lot of AC/DC references on this podcast. I'm sorry.
But without further ado, let's get to our guest today. From the band Against All Lies, we have here Liam. Welcome, Liam, to the podcast.
Thank you guys for having me.
Welcome. We've been following you a little bit. I've been doing some research about your guys' band. It's kind of new, right?
Yeah, very new. I've had a couple of projects over like the last year and a half that just have kind of kick-started, but didn't really go anywhere just because of personal issues within the band.
Right.
You know, it's like being in a relationship with 4 or 5 different people, so it's pretty difficult. But the group that I have now, they're my best friends. I love these guys, so I'm ready to start kicking ass and taking names and showing everybody what the new deathcore scene in Reno is going to look like.
Hell yeah.
The new deathcore scene.
The new deathcore.
It's like gent.
The old death.
It's
Very genty, very like gent-core.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, and I've heard a little bit. I've seen your videos on Instagram, so we got a little taste of what you guys are bringing.
All Marcus.
Yeah. So tell us, since
Marcus.
you're here solo, tell us about who else is in the band. What are their roles in the band as well?
So we've got Marcus Richardson. He's going to be on vocals, lead vocals. He's great. He's perfect for this genre. My buddy Jared Salazar is on drums. One of the best drummers I've ever met personally in my life. You know, he grew up in the LA scene, and
You haven't met me. Robert.
Yeah, you haven't met Robert.
He's like, here I am. But Jared grew up in LA, and he's played with every band that's ever rolled through LA, you know, in like the early 2010s.
Yeah.
So yeah, he really knows how it goes, and he's very specific, and I really like that about him.
Yeah.
And then Alan Chesney, he is on guitar, lead guitar. Amazing guitarist, just floors me every single time. Everything he makes is just pure gold and always a banger.
There's you go.
No bad moments with Alan for sure.
Well, what more could you ask for, right?
Really nothing, man. Like he's really all it takes, because
A record deal.
we're gonna do a four piece.
Yeah.
So he's gonna take over guitar fully. I'm transitioning to something a little bit new. I'm gonna be playing bass, but I really shred the rhythm guitar, so I'm thinking that bass is going to be really good for me, especially since I don't want to step on Alan's toes. Not like I can get anywhere close, but I just want to let him take over fully on guitar so we get the best outcome that we can get.
There you go.
Yeah.
It's all about playing chess, right? Figuring out the best moves possible.
What's the band? Do you all have your own Instagram? Does the band have an Instagram or YouTube?
We have our Instagram. We're on TikTok as well.
TikTok.
You can really
What's
catch
TikTok?
us. What's TikTok? 500 million people use TikTok every
Yeah,
single
smart
day.
grandpa.
That's like half the population of LA. No big deal.
That is true.
That's not much.
Oh man.
So
yeah,
we
we're
got
on
TikTok and
we're on TikTok. We like to go live on TikTok. TikTok's where we really go live. You know, you go live on TikTok, anybody can see your stuff when they're scrolling
Right.
by.
Yeah. Do you guys do that NPC simulation live stream where you just
We just
like
stand
the
there.
stickers?
We just stand there, look at the camera, and
Yeah.
we just put on a weird
People pay
makeup.
money, dude. They
Dude,
like
that
buy
stuff's so weird.
stickers.
I'm like
It's so
scrolling
weird.
by, and I'm like, what the hell is that dude even doing? I'm like, you're telling me this
That's
dude's
the
making
world
money,
we're in.
and people are spending their money to gift these people who are doing the weirdest things. I'm like obsessed with this guy that does like the coin pusher, like the
Yeah,
arcade like coin pusher videos.
Oh yeah.
I'm just like,
Those are
That's
all
like
over
what I
Japan,
fall
dude.
asleep
Yeah.
to. You fall asleep to AC/DC. I fall asleep to coin pushers.
Yeah, I do fall asleep to AC/DC. My name
It
is
just
Robert.
makes me so tired. But yeah, you could catch us on Instagram and on TikTok. We're working on a Facebook page.
Okay.
Yeah.
You got to get a Facebook in this scene
Yeah.
because all the other bands are like, I'd say average age is 60.
Right,
And they're
right.
still on Facebook and
Yep.
MySpace. So,
Yep,
pretty
I
much.
agree.
so you got to get on there. You got to get on that level.
And everybody's got their own individual personal Instagram pages. Marcus isn't really like a social media guy unless it's Facebook, so he doesn't really post much on there. But
Yeah.
me and Alan and Jared post pretty frequently on like our personal accounts.
Right.
And then I try to post pretty frequently on our band accounts as well, just because I do social media management. So.
Yeah. Well, and that
That's what I
helps,
like to do.
especially nowadays, where the promotion and the advertisement.
It's so
and everything.
important.
Yeah, I mean
It's
that's the way of the
investing.
future now. It's
Yeah.
like it's all done through social media for the most part.
We need a social media manager because the three of us suck.
Ugh, we suck at it. Yeah.
Let me know.
Like
That's what I went to school for.
Oh, no
Ooh,
kidding.
Yeah.
No kidding.
Yeah, it's
teach that
a
in
lot
school?
of fun. Well, at community college.
Oh, okay.
Well, I mean, no, that's
But
still
still.
college.
Yeah.
Like, there's
Yeah.
a college course on how to use Facebook.
Yes.
Really?
Just on
Efficiently.
what techniques are efficient for using to you get your profile to its best that it can be.
Now, is it? I got to ask this though, because like there's the algorithms, right? You got all the different algorithms. You got the trends.
It's hard to
Hashtags.
keep up,
So it's like constantly changing.
constantly changing.
Did your professor or teacher or whatever? I heard it's hard to say professor of social media. It just
Right,
sounds
right.
stupid. But like,
It's very, very interesting
Dr.
because it's
TikTok.
more of
Yeah,
like
Dr. TikTok.
Yeah, for sure. For
like,
sure.
do they have good insight on that, or is it just like?
Mostly the usage kind of the program.
That's where it starts, is on the uses of the program and what programs there are out there and which are used the most, which is like Twitter, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook.
Like the analytics side of it.
Right.
I got to imagine it's like all
Right.
analytics. in
And
that
it's
class.
all about investing, like when I post something on Instagram, we pay money to boost the video.
Right.
So it reaches as many accounts as possible.
We should do that.
Because a lot of other bands in Reno, I'll just be scrolling through, I'll see the same ad like 10 different times.
Right.
And that song or that video will like get stuck in my head.
Right. Right.
Yeah.
Okay. So it's
So it's
So
all
it-
about investing and being very adamant on what you want to do and where you want to get,
Right.
and being consistent on posting and what content you post. And video editing is also super important. Can't just throw a random video up there without an intro.
No.
Cannot.
We have our little Against All Lies Trident logo flash before every single one of our videos or our pictures, because that's what we want you to see. We want you to know who we are and who this is coming on your screen.
Right.
Yeah, we're
right.
still working on that for the podcast. Actually,
I love video
much
editing.
talk about. Tell me about it. Yeah, sometimes.
Sometimes.
When the podcast goes 3 hours and I'm shooting like 4K.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I don't like video editing.
Spending
my computer's on
days.
fire.
Yeah.
No, but like we're thinking going on Fiverr or something, or seeing if we could find a local artist to draw up some logos. Literally made our logo. Like
That's where we got our logo
clip
done
art.
on
Yeah,
Fiverr.
so,
Yeah,
yeah.
that's all my last projects. Fiverr is awesome,
Yeah.
Because there's some people in town like Ryan from One's True Will. He does
Oh,
stuff
yeah.
like that. He does those pretty sick graphics. So,
is Ryan the lead singer guy?
Yep.
Is he the
Yep.
vocalist? Okay.
He's a vocalist for one.
dude, and he's super talented with that art
Yeah.
stuff.
he did
looks-
a
it
lot of the
really looks awesome.
The flyers too
Yeah.
for the Alturas.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Okay. Did
Yeah,
not know that.
yeah,
That's cool.
great digital artist.
That's
cool.
He's awesome.
And those people are hard to come by too.
Yeah, yeah.
That really take the time. To
I
make
can't
it
really
look
think of
great.
anybody else in town.
I know a lot
that-
of people
that
can
does
draw
stuff like
well
that,
and do
yeah.
stuff, but not digitally where
Right.
you want it. I'd have to
Yeah.
scan it in. And
Yeah.
Because
Photoshop
Fiverr's
it.
great. You pay $10, $15, $20, $25. You get a vector file, a JPEG, a PDF, and depending on the person that you book your logo with, your digital design, they'll do a certain set amount of revisions.
Yeah.
So if you're like, well, I like this a little bit, but it's like too scratchy, or it's not scratchy enough, or like
Right.
I want it to be a little bit more legible or a little less legible,
Right,
depending on like the genre. But those guys on Fiverr really know how to do it, and they that's what they pay their rent with.
Right.
yeah,
right.
I want to get
They just sit there and draw band logos all day for
animated
people across the
animated,
world.
like transitions too for like video. Get someone to do
Yeah.
do the whole theme,
Yeah.
like a whole setup, like almost if you're doing a stream. have them design the whole layout with the logo,
Yeah.
the transitions, all the wipes and everything.
Yeah.
Just have one dude do it. That'd be kind of sick.
One day we'll move
Yeah.
up. You know.
We'll get it.
Fiverr's awesome. If you guys are looking for some stuff like that, definitely look on Fiverr.
I think I'd spend like
You can
300.
get so many different things done on Fiverr. You can get
Yeah.
designs for like merch and stuff like that. So if you're in a band and you're looking for, places and you don't really know where to go, Fiverr's definitely
It's kind of
the
a
first step.
one-stop shop.
Yeah.
You know?
Oh yeah.
You can find anything on there that you need. Any type of work, any type of trade. For
So you
sure.
guys have definitely taken the time to really think about how to project, how to get it out there, and all that good
because
stuff.
it's very important.
Well, yeah. I mean, and the biggest part about being in a band, especially if you want to go somewhere, is the marketing of your band, is getting it out there so people are aware of it, or at the very least want to know more. Right.
Right. You
And
see the
effects
logo
and
flash on your page there. You want to know like who we are, because I can't tell you how many bands like I've found on Facebook or Instagram
Yeah.
that are smaller bands from all over the country, all over the world. That bang, dude.
They're little sponsored clips that you
It's
find
so
as you
important
scroll.
because
Yeah.
it can be showed to anybody. You go through Instagram and you boost your video, and you can either have Instagram pick your audience, or you can go through and specifically put like tags and like what like
people are
interested in
or
and
following.
looking
Yeah.
for.
'Cause I think I wouldn't want to advertise in Reno on Instagram, right? Like, 'cause I
And you
feel
can
like
pull that bar up. You have to spend a little bit more money
spend more
to
money,
reach
but
more
yeah,
people.
I would like to target like
Right.
Seattle, LA,
Right.
like
Correct.
West Coast major
Yep.
cities, because you're just the density of people, and the obviously
Absolutely.
the scene is a little bit bigger, probably those
Right.
areas. And in Reno, everyone here knows each other. You're not
For the most part,
you're not going to
yeah.
capture a lot of new people, So that'd be something worth looking into too, if we actually had something to put on there, or just any of the bands. Yeah.
Yeah. So going back to the origins of this band, what brought upon Against All Lies? Where did that name come from?
Marcus is a god when it comes to creating band names. About this time, about 2 years ago, me
didn't
and
come up with
Marcus
AC/DC.
started. Yeah. No.
Best band ever.
Yeah. We'll plug them in the bottom there.
Yeah. There we go. Marcus and I, about this time 2 years ago, we created the first band that I was in, King's Asylum. That was, we were together for like maybe 3 or 4 months. It just didn't work out. You know how it is in the scene. Reno's very small. So you see another band you really like, and they have a spot open, and you're like, oh, I want to go
Yeah.
play with these guys because I known these guys longer. I literally found Marcus on Craigslist.
Really?
He
We've heard that
posted a Craigslist
Yeah,
ad.
we've heard that a
Quite a
couple
bit of
times.
musicians on
He
Craigslist.
posted a Craigslist ad and was like, I'm very new to like doing vocals. He's like, I'm a rapper. He's like, I'm a lyricist. But I've never been in like a metal or a death metal or a deathcore band, metalcore. He's like, but I really like the music. That's what I grew up listening to. So he's like, I would really want to try it out. So Dawson Copeland was in our band as well. He's in Dwell Within. He's their lead guitarist over there.
Yeah.
And then Kevin Bryant, he's in Out of Character now, their drummer. We were a 4-piece, and we were practicing in Kevin's garage, and we were looking for a vocalist, and Marcus showed up and just blew us away, man. Like,
Really?
whenever I show anybody like his vocals, everybody's like, wow, he sounds like Randy Blythe from
Really?
Lamb of God.
Oh, okay.
And he was like, yeah, I've only been doing this like a couple weeks. Like, I'm like, a couple weeks?
Shut the hell up.
I'm like, what? He's like, yeah, it just comes so easy. I'm like, I still am not even close. I've been doing this for years, and I'm not even close to where Marcus is at. Marcus is just so amazing, just blows me away every single time.
I hate talented people.
There's very little people that can
just hate
keep up
'em.
with the highs. His highs are so high, they're
Yeah.
just ear piercing.
Yeah.
They're just perfect. Just absolutely blew us away. And we were like, this is the guy that we want to be in a band with. And then that band didn't work out, so I spent about 6 months, researching, I like pop punk, I like post-punk, I like post-hardcore, metalcore, deathcore, beatdown. So I was just kind of researching on what exactly I wanted to do, because I like to be very versatile. I like to look around and see what my options are.
Right.
And then I formed Occupier, which had so many members in it.
Yeah.
I feel like I was the only surviving member of Occupier.
That's a cool name, though. That's a cool name.
Jared came up with that one.
Okay.
Yeah, because he was like Occupier Syndrome, and I was like, what if we just do Occupier?
Just Occupier.
Just
I was like, the one word, just punch in the face,
Yeah.
was just awesome.
That's a good name.
Yeah, a great name.
Not as good as AC/DC, but a good name.
And he was like, well, it's just, it came to me as like, you know, people like Elon Musk are trying to go to like different planets and like occupy these different planets and like occupy these different like spaces and like the space-time continuum. And he got into like this crazy, like Jared's
You're
an
like,
interesting guy.
Okay, Occupier.
Yeah, I'm like, okay, yeah, let's do it.
Like 3 grams of mushrooms.
Yeah.
We're going to name some bands, baby.
And we started as like, I guess like post-punk, like very hard, like pop punk, with like some hard vocals and some mostly clean
Cleans and
vocals.
stuff,
Yeah.
Because that's what I specialize in is clean vocals. I'm not that great of like, I don't scream that great, like not as crazy as Marcus.
Yeah.
But I do say that my superpower is clean vocals for sure.
Okay.
So we kind of started as post-punk, and then people came and went. You know, I was working with this guy out in Garnerville, super amazing, like post-punk, pop-punk guitarist, very like Dance Gavin Dance,
Oh,
Coheed and Cambria type stuff. He's a little older than me, so he really knew the way of what to do. But, you know, personal issues and him living so far away.
Yeah,
We
that
had
hurts,
just gotten our first room at Musicians Rehearsal Center, and so I ended up getting together with my buddy Ven. He reached out to me on Instagram, and he was like, hey, because we were trying to record some stuff, and he's a sound engineer. And he was like, you know, he reached out to me a couple months prior to him being in the band, and just, you know, talking about producing for us and recording some stuff. And I had hit him up and was like, hey, like, you know, we're looking for a guitarist. Would you be interested? And he was down right on it. And literally like 2 days after we like talked, we like met up and like we got our first room at MRC and we moved all of our stuff in, got a U-Haul, moved all of our stuff in, spent like 3 days, you know, putting up stuff on the walls and setting up Jared's drum kit. And it was going really well. You know, people came and went. Then was working a lot. He was working 2 jobs, and his mom had just opened a restaurant, so she needed a lot of help with that. So he's a very nice kid, and really, really helpful.
Do you guys get free food? For rehearsals,
His mom's place, The Spot Dim Sum in Sparks,
Okay.
delicious. It's right over by Sparks High School.
Yeah.
Great dim sum. If
No
you're
lie.
looking for like
the
some
spot,
snacks,
the spot
yeah.
and Sparks.
The Spot and Sparks, go
sponsored
there.
By,
Yeah.
They sponsor
Yeah,
the
today's
spot.
sponsor.
They're
I wish.
it's
Imagine
delicious.
That we're eating.
He's gonna be so happy that I shouted them out
Some
because his mom's restaurant. She's a
pork bun
really
right now.
hard worker, and so is he. So
Nice.
they really deserve that shout out. But you know, Ven came and went as well, and we went kind of back to metalcore with the kind of people. I
Got a
had
little bit
Dawson back in the
heavier, yeah.
band, and when Justice broke up, Andrew Hockenberry ended up being our drummer for a while, and then Clay as well came over and was playing bass for us, and then you know, like I said, people came and went, and I went back with Ven, and we did our own thing. We were doing kind of like post-hardcore at the time, and then Occupier became Occupier on the side, and then the other people that were in Occupier became Dwell Within. So that's how
gotcha.
Dwell Within came about.
Yeah.
Those guys are really hard workers, and I'm really glad to see them really ripping ass. They went last night and played with Beast Infection and Preacher out in Bishop.
Right.
I wish I could have made it to be there to take photos.
I like
'cause
Preacher. See, I saw them.
Yeah.
Preacher is
They just released their
Yeah.
their new
EPs
sum.
or-
Yeah,
At the Pig
their new
Fest, they were
stuff.
pretty good.
They're amazing. Yeah. So I'm glad to see everybody that I've ever worked with doing amazing, amazing things. So
nice.
that's kind of how it comes full circle.
Right,
Back to
yeah.
Against All Lies. So Marcus came back in the band, and Jared came back around for drums. Because we're basically trying to do like mostly just online stuff. Because unfortunately, recently Antipex broke up.
Right.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait,
Brett-
what?
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
No, because
Well, so
wait.
I didn't hear the official thing about Antipex, but
Hang
I
on,
did
hang on.
see that Brett is
He posted
separating, and
yesterday.
He posted yesterday.
He posted yesterday
'Cause
on
I've
Facebook saying
messaged-
something about it. And same with Andrew. Andrew posted as well. Big Andrew.
Yeah.
Big bass man. He posted some stuff as well.
Christian, right? Is the
Christian, yes.
vocalist.
Yeah,
So
well,
he posted something. He said, "Thanks for covering our last show." And I responded, "Last show or last show?" And he goes, "Most recent show." Lol.
Yeah, yeah.
Was that their last show? Did I fucking
I
break
guess
up
it was.
Antipex, dude?
Yeah.
It was.
You predicted
I am the destroyer of
the
bands.
fall of Antipex.
Way to go, Robert.
No, Ty unfortunately had to step down to some like personal and family reasons. You know how it goes with the scene, especially in Reno. Reno's very small.
That was his whole. That whole band was him. Like he had that.
Yep.
He
I
had
was
merch.
supposed to
He
be
had
in the
merch
original
before he had a band.
Antipex way like during COVID. I was really busy with finishing high school, and so I was
don't need
super
high
busy. So I told him unfortunately I don't think it would work out. So he found Christian and Brett and Andrew. So
Fun fact: nobody in ACDC finished high school, so
You're right. Well,
AC/DC facts all day long.
all day.
It's your favorite band.
My favorite band, dude.
Can't help it.
Yeah, I
Hashtag
went down a rabbit hole,
AC/DC
man.
rules.
Like, you can Wikipedia that; it's true.
So Christian reached out to me probably around this time last week, and he was like, hey, because he had posted something about their other guitarist, Zach, who had just joined.
Yeah.
He was no longer in the band as well.
Right.
So I was like, hey, because last time when they were looking for someone and Zach stepped up, I was still neck deep. I love neck deep in Occupier. And so I was super busy, and we were recording some stuff and having practice 3 times a week, playing shows. So I was like, unfortunately, I'm really busy. I would love to play guitar with you guys, but right now just isn't our time. So I'm glad it's come back full circle because we're starting a new project.
Never stop. Never stop.
So I'm very excited to have Brett and Christian and Andrew on my side. It's going to be really, really awesome.
Well, it fits in with the Reno motif of
why
be in one band when you can be in like all the bands.
Right, right. Yeah.
Well, and you got certain people who
I'm in 5 bands.
Well,
Robert.
and it's hard because you got people that guys that I really appreciate guys like Josh Mathis.
Yeah.
Who's he's dedicated to a lot of projects, with Fervence, with Cyborg Octopus.
Love Fervence.
But he's also a hired gun for other bands too that he goes on tour. And right now, congratulations to Josh. He's on his first
Josh is
European tour.
amazing.
With Rivers of Nile. So that's
Rivers
awesome.
of Nile is great.
God, those guys and Jared Klein.
Oh, Jared's so
such
funny.
An awesome individual.
Jared's
great
such a funny
musician.
guy. He's awesome.
We've got some great talent here, and the hard
It's
part is
insane.
like when you find those people that are really great at what they do. It's hard not to want to be a part of that.
That's what I'm saying. That's how it goes.
Like you say,
and the
it's such a
scene here
small
is
town.
so small.
Yeah, it's such a small
It
town.
really is the biggest little city.
It really is.
It really, really is. It makes so much sense when you actually because I've lived here my whole life.
Yep,
I
same
really
here.
get it. I can't go anywhere without seeing one person I know.
Yep.
Within 5 minutes of walking in there.
any
Shows,
grocery
go to the
store
mall,
or-
grocery store. I can't go anywhere, man. I feel like even if I'm at the gas station, I'm like, oh, hey,
Right.
I know you.
You're going to run into somebody eventually. And we've talked about that on this podcast too, because I think that's also one of the hardest things about promoting a band from this area, because you also got comedians, you got other musicians that don't really come through Reno the way they used to, right? Because it used to be like you had places like, the Knitting Factory at the time. And then you had
Jubs.
The new Jub
Jubs.
Jubs
Oh,
was
I
another
miss-
big one.
I miss Jub
You had
Jubs
the
so
new
much.
Oasis and Sparks that have put on a
Yeah.
lot of shows. At one point, this place had a lot of opportunity to go see these.
That's
big
why
bands.
Alteris is really fucking holding it down right now.
Somebody
Dennis
has
is
to.
holding it down.
I mean, the hard part too is it also, it's almost pigeonholed though,
Right.
Because you don't want to try and, you want to have a bigger venue too, for bigger bands. And when you think, from a marketing standpoint,
Right.
if you're a traveling band and you're trying to maintain a tour or at least just a stop on the way, you want to be able to make it worth your while. So when you look at a venue, I hear comedians talk about this all the time. They go, well, what's the pull? What's the attendance looking like for a venue like this?
What capacity you guys have?
Yeah.
What have your numbers been the last couple of weeks?
Right.
Because year round it does change. Because I've played shows in the summer that are just jam packed in there at Alteris, and when I play in the winter, there's like 10 people there.
Right, exactly.
Because it's snowing and you're hauling gear and it's raining and you're that back entrance at Alturas is like a 10% grade.
Yeah, you
you're
just
like
slide down it.
falling down and like all your stuff's rolling down,
audience is
hitting the
just
door.
other bands waiting to go on.
Yep.
Yeah. Seen that.
Yeah.
It sucks, but you know.
The last traveling
we've done
band
it.
I played with was Scoundrel.
Oh,
they
yeah.
were just
Those guys
amazing.
murder.
Yeah, Stefan is fucking
Those guys
a cool
murder.
guy. Yeah, they're really cool guys. So, they told me it's not easy touring all the time because they're really always on the road. They're on the road right now, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, they just started up again.
Yeah. So they're always going. So I really look up to those guys, especially as a younger guy. I just turned 22, so I'm like just getting started. Through high school, I was working. I've been working since I was 14. Just to, I love my mom and I love my parents. My mom never like gave me any handouts that I didn't deserve. So I really worked for everything that I had, buying instruments and stuff like that. I had to, either wait for Christmas or my birthday, or I'd work and buy it myself. So I was so busy while I was in high school that I wasn't able to like be in a band.
Yeah.
So I wasn't in my first band until I think 2021, when we
timing.
started King's Asylum.
Okay.
So that was like my first official band, which just really slingshotted me into, because Dawson knows everybody in town,
Yeah.
So he was hooking us up with shows and, reaching out to people about recording for us. So it really jump-started my career in doing music.
Get you amped up when you.
Because
find
I'm
that
really living
opportunity.
like my artist life. I am a full-time piercer at Black Widow Inc. I'm working with Backstage Nevada with Chelsea, doing photography and videography. I just shot Pierce the fucking Veil.
Nice.
I was literally 2 feet away from Vic Fuentes' face. Like, I literally, like, for
Did he ask
about
you
10
kindly
seconds,
to back
the
up a
curtain
little?
dropped. I literally was, like, so starstruck. Chelsea really, like, is helping me out and, like, jump-starting my career in photography as well. So taking on that big of a show was just amazing. I've never shot a big show like that. I've only shot at, like, Potentialist Workshop and Holland and Alturas and stuff like that. So going from shooting at Alturas to shooting at the fucking GSR,
Yeah.
front row, like in the photo pit, like in front of the pit, was
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
insane, dude. Chelsea is amazing, and check out Backstage Nevada if you are looking for any. We're working on like
BackstageNV.com.
yeah, literally, we're working
BackstageNV.com.
on so many different things right now. So definitely stay tuned for that. But
Cool.
that's how everything kind of comes full circle for me. That's kind of my story.
So you said a little bit ago that you guys are mainly doing your current project, just mainly doing like online stuff.
yeah,
Is there like when do you think you're gonna be performing? When are we gonna see a gig with the?
So we're very specific when it comes to like gigs and stuff. We want to make sure that we have everything perfectly lined out. Everybody, especially Jared, has amazingly mixed drum tracks and backing tracks. Because, like I said, he's very specific because he's played, he's almost 30. He's a lot older than I am.
Super old, yeah.
Well, he's older than I am, so he's when I was in middle school, he was playing with like Sleeping with Sirens in L.A. So he knows how it goes, and he knows how it goes to play a really good show, and he knows how it goes to play a really bad show. And so he's like, for the rest of my life, I will never play another bad show.
Oh.
I want to be perfect, and I want to be ready to go and make sure that we're not rushed and that everything is absolutely perfect because we want to blow people away.
Right. You want to make a
Gencore
good impression.
is going to be the next big thing in Reno because bands like Fervence,
Yep.
I love Fervence. Stevie is amazing. Everybody in that band is people that I really look up to, especially Stevie as a vocalist. Her charisma and her stage presence is just like unreal. Like that's the level I want to be at. And she really, really brings the house down every time she performs. And doesn't matter who she's playing with, if she's playing by herself, if she's like streaming on Twitch or like posting things on Instagram or on TikTok, she's always making me laugh.
Yeah.
Like she's a really funny, outgoing person, and she's someone I really look up to for sure.
She has way too much energy.
That's
too
what I
much. It's
love
just too
about
much.
her.
It's too much
That's what I
energy.
love about her.
She's
for
at like an
sure.
11. She needs to like dial it back down to like a
She's
9.
at like 12, 13, 14,
Yeah, she's
15,
up there.
Maybe
depending
okay.
on the
I'll give
day.
you that.
She's
My
way out.
AC/DC.
I love it.
11. Akadaka.
You're
Favorite band.
Akadaka.
That's
Yeah,
what they call.
so,
That's what they call AC/DC in Australia.
We're gonna be working on putting out some music. Alan produces for us. He mixes. And then we're gonna look out for somebody to like master it. We'll probably have to go out of town. Jared knows a couple of people down in LA who did his band back in the day. His old band, You Only Live Once. Super, super awesome. Female fronted metal. Love it. So he definitely knows some people that are going to be great for us to reach out to for something like that. But for now, we're just going to keep our presence online just for people to look out for us on Instagram and through TikTok and Twitter and stuff like that. Just because we want to make sure that everything is absolutely locked in before we.
Where are you gonna drop these tracks when you get them done?
Probably Spotify, Apple Music, stuff like that.
Okay.
Yeah, we want to go big or go home. So.
It's easy now. Like it's super easy.
And
you just
Alan
upload
literally
it. Yeah, it's
is
nice.
a god. He writes the guitar, he writes the drums, he writes the bass, and he helps Marcus like do his vocals and like melodies and
Like a
stuff.
Neil Peart.
He's amazing.
Did you say Peart? Peart. Is that how you pronounce it?
Yeah.
It's not Pert, like the shampoo.
Not from what I
Peart?
understood. I called it Pert before, and they were like,
Pert.
It's Peart. I'm like,
Peart.
oh, okay.
Like
got
cool
it.
whip.
Oh God.
Yeah, well, Canadians. What are you
thins.
going to do?
Wheat. Peart.
What? Cool whip.
Cool whip
Can't
on my
help
wheat thins. Gross.
Now, I've noticed a lot recently when it comes to like bands pushing their stuff. You got bands like, I'm a big Sleep Token fan.
Love Sleep Token.
And those guys have
Gentcore,
been
dude.
They've been a great
8-string metal.
They're so good, and they have such a unique sound.
Yeah, they do.
And I think that's what draws me to it too. And they've been around for some time now. But one of the things about them is I've noticed, and they're not the only band. I know there's bands like Falling Reverse has done this, where they put out singles, right? And not so much of an album. And maybe later it does end up on a full length or something like that. But a lot of bands nowadays are doing singles. Is that something that you guys are talking about too? Or
Definitely. Because you put out one good song and you're gone. Like you
Well,
put
and
out
it's-
one good. It
Yeah.
only takes one to just go crazy big.
Right. So you focus all your time, your energy into this one song to make it everything that
Put
you
out
possibly can.
I like to put out like 3 or 4 singles and then drop a full length album
And I'm
and
gonna say
put those
this.
3 singles on that album.
I think the attention span of people nowadays is like because nobody sits and listens to an album.
No,
You're
nobody-
lucky if you
Unless
get-
it's a banger.
You're
but you
lucky
have
if
to
you get
promote
them
that.
through 30
Right.
seconds of your song before they're hitting the next song. But it's not like anything.
That's
wrong
why
with the
within
song.
those first 15 seconds of your song are so crucial.
It's crazy.
And the first, you have to put a really interesting, like either interlude or like pre-song or like just a banger to start out a full-length album
Can we-
because you want to catch people's eyes.
Can we all agree that skits are a dead thing and no one ever should do skits on their albums again?
Oh, like
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 Blink
just-
182.
like any-
it gives me like Eminem.
Anything
Yeah,
in
Eminem,
between
yeah.
the songs.
Eminem does the skits.
Because when you put it on like shuffle or random and then you get like not the song, you get the
Yeah,
skit
you get
out
a-
of context. You're like, why the fuck
a
is this
30
playing right
second
now?
something spiel
Yeah,
right
so
in between tracks. Yeah.
Nobody, they're not
Unless
fun,
there's
everybody.
like 14, 15, 16 songs on that album, don't put a skit on there.
Or like, what was it?
Maybe like an interlude, like a soft, like slow song.
like a bathroom break. Like go to the
Right.
Let's all
Something
go
that
to
you
the
can play
lobby.
during a set. Right.
Yeah.
Because what was that? I think it was Korn's "Follow the Leader." The
Yeah.
first, that album from track 1 to 12 was nothing. It was just silence.
Oh,
leading
yeah,
up,
that's
and then
right, that's right.
it comes in on track 12, and then it's like, oh,
Forgot
here's the
about
album,
that.
and that was such a weird, trippy thing. And I thought,
Well, it
'cause
makes
somebody
you
burned
remember.
It, for me
It
back
makes
in
you
the day.
think about it still to this day. It makes you think.
I think they did it so when you were ripping their stuff onto CD, like I came from the time when you could
Burning a
like
CD.
Napster,
LimeWire,
and LimeWire, and you could rip them and burn your own CDs and make your mixtapes or whatever on CD.
Yeah.
Yep.
But
Now
like
you just
those-
go on Spotify and create a playlist.
Those albums though, because you would get it and you'd be like, "Why is there 20 minutes of nothing?" Did I
Yeah.
mess it up, and it's oh no, the assholes are
Right.
deleting those files, bastards.
Yeah.
Thanks, Horn.
Shout out to Jonathan Davis.
Shout out, yo, yeah.
Yeah, he needs a shout out.
do the whole Adidas thing. That's
He does
awesome.
need a little help.
The Adidas thing.
Korn's been on the low.
They're making a bunch of new merch. Did you see that with
Yes,
Adidas?
Adidas and Korn.
Yeah.
They
Yes.
finally came to a deal because
I
when they
just
first
saw that
started,
last night on
they
my
were
Instagram.
pushing to try and get sponsored by Adidas, and they kept
The
telling them no.
tracksuits, bro.
Yeah, dude, they were known for that.
All day I
Jonathan
dream
Davis
about
was known
sex
to
and
wear the full
tracksuits.
tracksuit.
The full
Yeah.
tracksuit.
I love
Yeah,
a
they got like
tracksuit.
shoes and beanies and full tracksuits that like say Korn, and like the shoes. It's like all over the laces. Super cool collab.
So they got some really cool shit coming out.
That is sick.
If I'm gonna
I'm
get
gonna
my
be
Adidas
in there like
tracksuit, it's that.
swimwear.
It's like the Vans and the gummy bear shoes, like the Harbo. Have you seen that?
Yeah.
Vans. I want some gummy bear Vans. Dude,
Vans
so
does
bad.
a lot of cool fucking collabs.
Well, and it's all about like what's happening right now because you got the Yeezys with Kanye back.
Are they? Are they
pop.
back? Are they? I mean, wait. Is
No,
it?
they're not. But you got to think like, look at the Jordans. Michael Jordan had his own brand through Nike. You had, the T Max. You have the
Who's the T Max? What's that?
Tracy McGrady.
I don't know. Was that golf?
More
Is
basketball.
that a golf shoe?
But no, you have these people that are trying to create their own line of apparel, right? And Adidas should have been on board with Korn since day one.
Absolutely.
I mean,
they,
I
they
think
were promoting
Adidas-
them for free that entire time.
They
But
were
like
one of the
Adidas
biggest
target,
bands of the
like,
early
is the
2000s.
hip-hop.
Yeah, absolutely.
B-boy. Korn was not like hip hop B-boy.
No, but he
So
did.
Adidas was probably like, we're not gonna touch that.
Yeah, and you know what? They're lost. But
Well, I mean, absolutely.
Look at
Well,
them now.
look
It's
at
a
them
bad
now.
call,
Yeah,
but
yeah. Here they are.
That's nuts.
But I mean, marketing is such a huge thing too, because we touched on trying to get the biggest audience that you possibly can, and sometimes using social media can help you, but it can also kind of hinder you in a little bit when you think about how much percentage is being taken from streams, things like that from the artists. So we're living in a time now where when you put everything you have on these platforms, yeah, you could reach a lot of people.
Right.
And you're hoping that in the end result that it comes back full circle by ticket sales to shows and merch.
That's what you
purchases
just
and
have to
stuff like
cross
that.
your fingers with.
Right. And
You
that's
do
what
all
it
this
is.
online stuff, and then you go to play a show, and nobody shows up.
It's like
or
a
like
spray
you go
and
and
play.
put out
Yeah.
an album, and nobody listens.
Yep.
But that's why you have to be really on top of that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Because who's going to listen to your music? Like if you put it out, if you don't have anybody following you
Yeah.
and following your journey,
Mm-hmm.
That's why I try to just I run like 6 different Instagram accounts right now for myself and
before
for
the
other
horse.
people.
Right.
So
Yeah.
I got merch for my band. I don't have a band yet, but I've got the merch ready to go.
oh, good.
Yeah.
Just in case, if it ever happens.
Never know.
It could happen today. It could happen tomorrow.
What's the name of the band?
AC/DC.
Okay.
It's a cover band.
I figured.
It's actually ADCA.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, yeah, but it's like AC/DC, but it's
'Cause I'm
it's
dyslexic.
lowercase AC/DC,
Yeah.
and the slash is the other way,
Yeah,
so we don't get
it's
like
Thunderfuck.
Thunder.
Is what it is.
Thunderfuck. That's like that sounds like a tribute band,
I'm just saying.
like an
That'd be a good one.
ACDC tribute band.
I'd buy a T-shirt that said
Thunderfuck.
Thunderfuck.
I would definitely buy a Thunderfuck T-shirt
Make them for the podcast.
Ooh, maybe.
with Robert's face on it.
I would buy one and I
Dude,
would
that
wear
is-
it.
that is the new.
That would
DFP
be my
merch coming soon.
Yeah.
New merch
when
coming
we
soon.
do play shows,
Thunderfuck
we're all
t-shirts.
wearing that shirt on stage. If you do, I swear
We should make
that
some
will
merch,
happen.
Like
We-
for real though.
And merch can be
Like to
a
sell.
fun thing to do because you
Yeah.
could do so many different things and be creative. Because yes, you can make T-shirts, you can make sweaters, you can make things like that.
Sweaters.
But you got Hey,
Who
whatever.
the fuck makes sweaters?
There's a company.
Like a
Grandmas
hoodie.
make sweaters. A hoodie, yeah, that
Hoodie
ain't a
is more
sweater though.
I don't know. Some people make
It's not
like
like
pullover.
turtlenecks,
Yeah,
like a DFP turtleneck.
bro.
Oh,
I know one. person
I've
that might
never
buy it.
worn a turtleneck in my entire life. Catch me dead wearing a turtleneck.
You never know. No, but
We're gonna get thin gold
I thought,
chains.
I
in
thought
a
it would be.
turtleneck.
I thought it would be
Like The Rock?
hilarious. Or it just even something unique where you make merch like capes, where people in the pit can wear it and they're running around
fucking
in
cape.
a circle pit.
I just
And
think
it says
you see
dark
the-
figures.
You've seen
or
the,
even for a band in
Yeah.
general, right?
You've seen The
sell 'em at
Incredibles, though,
stand,
right?
Or you give you have a
You go in the
handful
pit and
give
you have
out.
a huge and people are taking videos. People are posting those
Yeah, but
videos
people are
online.
grabbing your
Free
cape
advertisement.
and just yanking you back and then just like constantly.
No capes.
No capes.
They have to have like you go to Six Flags, they have like the capes with the little Velcro.
Oh,
you have to have the Velcro like when you give like a dog collar
The
that's like a
floor is
breakaway
just
collar,
littered with
so they don't choke
trampled on
themselves to
DFP
death.
Capes, dude.
Yeah,
They're gonna make us clean up. Like stay.
got
You're gonna help
options.
clean up the venue.
We do.
reusable merch.
It's biodegradable.
If you get it ripped off your neck, we're gonna reuse it.
Everyone leaves the concert with neck burn from the cape getting ripped off. Dude.
Everybody has to go to the urgent care the next
I
day.
like it. We're just it's good business. It's business for the
Can't tell if
hospitals.
you got abused or you just went to a DFP.
See, it all
show.
comes
Yeah.
around. It all comes around.
Full circle,
It's economy.
full
It's
circle.
called capitalism. That's how we
Capitalism. It's the economy.
You play. We'll provide the capes.
That's right.
And
The
our,
capes will get
insurance companies
ripped
and
off.
doctor friends will make some money in the deal
Yep.
too.
We'll send them over to you guys at the
Yep.
hospital.
And we'll have dim sum.
It's a Ponzi scheme.
We'll
We
have
just-
dim sum at the spot in Sparks,
Well,
Nevada.
yeah,
Yeah,
It'll
before
be-
the show.
it'll be
or after
catered by the
show.
spot.
Do you go before or after? Like, do you fill up on
Both.
dim?
No. That might not turn out so well.
Yeah, that's gonna make a poop.
We might have to invest in a janitorial crew too.
That's gonna be
You just have seats that are
Sanitation.
also toilets.
seats. Well, that's we're getting there. That's
getting-
coming
yeah.
soon. Next
So you
10
could
years,
sit here
it's
for
gonna
3
be
hours without having to
idiocracy.
take a break. No breaks.
No breaks at all. Just poop and play.
Just poop and play.
Well, these chairs got some storage.
These
Might be
actually
able to
do.
turn
You
them
could.
into
We
them.
could.
Ooh.
We could. No, you can't. No,
it's like-
you
it's
won't.
Hollow. It's hollow.
That's
I'm
where we
pooping right now. You can't even tell.
He's like, it's coming out right now.
I cut a hole.
Ryan's
in
gonna
it
be
somewhere
like,
there.
so tell us. Like, no, okay, back to where were we?
I'm like, can you guys open the garage door so
Don't worry,
I
I
can
got
leave?
Febreze. We're good.
No, we're gonna get it hot in here.
Hot shit.
It's gonna be 105 today. We're just gonna.
When you say that today's guest is going to be hot shit,
hot shit.
That's
it's
what we mean.
for real going to be
Just Ryan
hot
pooping for now.
fecal matter.
He did
My
the-
next bin,
He will eat spicy ass
death
foods.
metal.
Oh, yeah.
He will eat spicy ass
Easy.
foods and drink disgusting beers
Together.
at the same time. Like just,
You gotta
just
wash
That
it
sounds
down.
like bubble gut.
like a
You gotta
teaspoon
wash it
of
down with something.
teaspoon of hot sauce just to.
Yeah, with Josh Leese. Shout out to
Oh,
Josh Leese. But
God, why?
He brought over that hot sauce. I put that shit on everything.
There's hot sauce on the table.
Oh yeah, that hot sauce is the
Is
shit.
that what this is?
That's our
Yeah.
little dark figure
It's our little guy.
mascot,
The Reaper.
sponsored by the Reaper. Not really,
Not
but
sponsored. Yeah.
no, they're not sponsored.
Not yet.
That's very
Not yet.
cute.
We're
I
hoping.
like that a lot.
That stuff is hot as fuck. Too.
I like the decoration because it's not only hot sauce, but it's also a decoration because I didn't even know it was fucking hot sauce until you just told me. I would have never known.
There's
Come on,
you
man.
got to have hot
Plants.
sauce stashed everywhere. Like it's got to be.
You never know.
Yeah.
Well, we put it on the chips last time.
Can I get a
Josh.
whiskey hot sauce back, please?
Ooh, that's a prairie fryer.
Is that what that is?
That's what it's called. Prairie
Really?
fryer.
God damn.
Yeah.
drinking.
See,
Whiskey
if
and
I
hot
drink,
sauce.
which I rarely ever drink, definitely like a whiskey pickleback guy. I love a good
don't like
pickleback.
the
I just
pickleback.
can't
I
do
don't
clear
get it.
liquor either.
It
Like
masks
tequila.
the strong, like the backlash of the whiskey.
It's
if
just
you're-
stronger than the
if you're
whiskey
if you
itself.
Take a shot, right?
Okay.
So the pickle
Immediately eliminates the whiskey.
Exactly. It's
I
like
don't-
Mountain
I
Dew.
don't, I
too.
don't. Well, I don't do shots. So I don't like taking shots either. So it's like I'm not trying to.
No, you're not. It's.
I would just
mostly
rather
for
take
shooters.
a shot than drink
Yeah.
like 6 beers. I'm like, I'm gonna have to piss really bad, and
I
if
just
I'm at
wanna
a
get
show, I'm gonna miss all this time with these fucking bands that I really want to see. Or if I'm going out, I'm like, I'm running to and from the nasty ass bathroom at
Right.
anywhere
Pick a
downtown.
venue. Yeah.
Yeah,
No, yeah,
Oh,
get there
I
quick.
feel you for that.
Jub Jub's bathroom with all like the graffiti on the wall.
yeah.
That was
That's pretty
iconic.
bad. Well, yeah, it was iconic because you always knew.
You take a picture in that bathroom, and people are like, "Oh, you're down at Jub Jub's."
Yeah, everybody knew.
Seeing some Suicide Boys. That's the first place I saw Suicide Boys in like 2017.
Suicide Boys. Oh my god, I haven't heard that in a long time.
They're I listen to all sorts of music. I can really listen to anything. I can even listen to country, classical, like I listen to Enya, dude. Like some Celtic love songs,
Sail
dude.
away. Sail away.
Dude, I love Enya.
It's the only Enya song I can name.
That's also Enya.
I know.
What song is that?
I don't remember what
Sing
it's
it, Ryan.
called.
Sing it again. You're a vocalist.
I think it's called Only Time.
Yes, only.
Okay, that's 2 songs.
And
that's
that's
not
like the
listen
most
to.
popular song like ever.
Everyone knows that.
Everyone knows that song.
Well, in the
especially
90s
from like Vine and stuff like that.
Yeah. In the 90s, they used to have the here's a compilation. It was like the now. That's what I call music.
You're like trying to fall asleep. You like wake
For
up
other
at
stuff
3
like
a.m. to
that,
like take a
yeah.
drink of hot water next to you, and you're like, it's like smooth songs from the 90s.
Right, yeah.
90s best.
Oh God, there was so many. And then they had the ballads from the 80s, and they had all those
Power
compilations.
ballads.
Megadeth.
80s rock power. It's like
Yeah.
Winger.
Megadeth.
Winger.
She's only 17.
She better be 18.
She better
Parents
be.
say she's too young.
That's
but
what that
she's
song
old
should have
enough
been.
for me.
We met her at the mall.
Oh my god. dude.
With her mom because she's 17.
pretty much,
Bunch of
yeah.
weirdos.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
They were getting ice cream. and I
If that
rolled
song
up in
was
my
written
van.
now,
Yeah,
if that
oh,
song was
God,
written
there-
now, that would be
nobody
done.
put that out.
No, everybody would be beating everybody up in that band.
So terrible.
Kip Winger's got his long permed hair and like his shirt off. He's like, "Hey, girls, what's up, high school girls? Check it
No,
out.
none of that.
Dig these
can't believe
leather,
that,
these
dude.
leather pants."
That them's the times.
80s
man.
were the
that
shit,
was okay
dude.
then, apparently.
Hey, 80s were the shit. Let's just 80s were better. 80s were better.
We got a lot from the 80s. A lot of-
Spandex.
I'm
lot of-
literally 22 years old. I was born in 2001.
I know. I'm old as fuck.
2001 and
you-
forever.
Yeah, we got to play the game. How old do you think Mike is?
Well, you said the 80s were the shit, so you could be like 50, but you also could be like 35.
He was close.
49.
To the first
Guy
guess.
really good
No
guess. Yeah,
fucking
49,
way.
Yeah. You
49.
picked-
That's
almost
how
nailed it.
Jared is. My
You almost
drummer.
nailed it, man. Yeah.
Everybody's like, dude, he looks like he's like, because I like to play that game with Jared. I'm like, how old do you think Jared is? And people are like, I don't know, like 21, 22. I'm like, this man is 29 years
I
old.
would hate-
And they're like, what the fuck?
I would fucking hate to look that young because you're getting carded everywhere.
Yeah.
Like, and then like if you're talking to anybody who is
I don't know.
that age,
Sometimes,
you're like,
sometimes
oh,
he
God,
doesn't
these
get
people are
carded and I get
stupid.
carded, but sometimes I don't get carded and he gets carded.
so it just
We love to
depends,
go to
yeah.
Death and
I
Taxes.
haven't been carded. I hate that bar.
What?
I hate. I don't want to get
Again,
I just like the
don't
look.
like it.
I like the ambiance.
The ambiance is cool.
Yes.
I wish they like played. I wish they like played shows there or
Well,
something.
I wish they'd fire all their bartenders because they're snooty, pretentious assholes.
Yeah, usually Jared
who
and I will
dress like
sit there for
barbers
like
and have
15 minutes before we
wax
get
in their
help.
and their little
Yeah.
mustaches. Like
You'll
oh,
sit there forever waiting.
Yeah, let me
for a
dip my
drink.
finger in your drink
Yes, this
and
is what we do.
curl my mustache with it.
I'm like, oh my god. Shut
I'm
the
like,
fuck
do you
up.
really need to shake my amaretto sour
Yes.
18,000 times?
It
I'm
looks
like, this
good.
whole drink is froth.
This is
Why
how
are
I
you
get
lighting
tips.
it on fire? What are you doing?
and then you have to pay $16 for a fucking drink.
Yes,
You're paying for the art.
You're paying for
That's what it
the.
is.
You're paying for
It's
the.
There's a
art
fucking
gallery for
flower in my
alcoholics.
drink.
yeah.
So I have to pay $18 for this fucking drink because there's a fucking flower in it.
Pretty much.
Did some photography. In
You like
there.
this purple drink?
And it
Oh,
was,
yeah,
it's
yeah,
a cool
yeah,
place.
with the-
It's a cool place to go. Like it's a cool. I would go in there to shoot. Like if you're gonna do.
Yeah,
just,
yeah.
Just shoot, not guns, but cameras.
Shoot guns.
Gotta be.
I hope not.
Gotta be specific.
Bartenders keep fucking me over there with their scotch. Like their scotch selection's okay.
Yeah.
It's okay, but it's overpriced and it's not that good. And like all the bartenders there.
I'm like,
from
can I have
my
a shot of well
experience-
whiskey? And they're like, yeah, $10. I'm like, what?
Did it come from Scotland?
They're like,
Jesus.
it's Buffalo. I'm like, so what the fuck is Buffalo?
Well, you know, we only get our alcohol from the kidneys of endangered species.
That's
here.
right. That's right. Yeah.
This is panda bear spleen.
It's like that weird
been
like
fermenting for a
coffee that like the
decade.
koalas like shit out the coffee beans.
yeah.
It's delicious.
That's
Yes.
right, yeah.
Yes.
It like cures in their stomach or something. Like their
guess
stomach
something like
acid
that.
has some.
It's
The
mixes with
world is weird.
eucalyptus is what it is.
Yeah, like you should not have a trimmed beard and neck tattoos and a curly mustache.
Oh my god, the
dude.
Warped
Like,
Tour
no.
bodysuit, the throat, and then the top of the hands, and
Yep.
no other tattoos.
That's it.
I hate that.
the Warped
Well,
Tour bodies.
As a
Yep.
piercer, like I work in a tattoo shop all day, and I have plenty of tattoos. I hate that look. If you have a neck tattoo, like a right on the throat tattoo, both of your hands done, and nothing else, I hate you.
Yeah. Well, it's like
you get like
it's just where it
live,
shows.
love, laugh on your knuckles.
Oh my gosh, I want to get like some crazy like death metal looking letters
Yeah.
that say Taco Bell on my
yeah.
fingers because I still have yet to like finish like the bottom half
like
of
a
my
pumpkin
fingers.
spice latte forearm.
Well,
Yeah, I would-
because nobody's gonna be able to read
What
it unless
Starbucks
they
are
like
gonna get
read
you?
metal logos.
Yeah.
And they're gonna be like girls are gonna be like, oh my god, what does that say? And I'm like, fucking Taco Bell. And they're like, what do you mean?
Taco Bell.
I'm like, it clearly says
Taco Bell for
Taco
life.
Bell. And Marcus is like, yeah, you can't fucking read or what?
idiots. Go back to high school.
Hello.
Stupid.
Yes.
High school? You learn to read in high school.
Yeah.
Go back to
Pat, some of these people
online
probably nowadays learn to read in high school.
Well,
It's not a
you can get through
prerequisite.
school now by cheating online through the entire thing. So
You take Chat GPT, everything, right?
Yeah.
yeah, all these
awesome.
like doctors and nurses are gonna be like, not doing what they need to do.
No.
Everything thought
'Cause
like,
everybody's
the end of
learning
days would be
everything
like
online now.
Terminator, right? The AI would be like
Yeah.
Terminator robots. No, it's TikTok and we're gonna just starve to death because we're gonna be too dumb to cook.
No,
Like, we're
you
just
got
like-
the DoorDash robots that the
Oh,
little
that's
things
right.
that drive to your fucking house.
That's right,
I
yeah,
see
they
them
start that.
downtown quite often
Yeah,
at
they're
night.
downtown. They're in New York.
It's literally
which
like
makes
a
sense for
robot.
New York,
They put the
considering-
food in it, and the robot just goes from the restaurant. It's like a little like RC car.
Okay, so do you just kind of want to push it over when you see it though? Because
I want to so bad, but I'm like,
Yeah.
if that was my food in there, I'd be fucking pissed.
like a turtle.
How much do you got to pay to have a robot deliver your food?
It's probably like a $10 delivery fee.
Does the robot
least.
take a picture of it at the door when it delivers it, or do you have to go down and get it out of the robot? Like,
I think you have to go get
Yeah.
it at the robot.
Yeah.
see. I don't
Yeah, because on the robot, it actually has like a pin where you have to put in your customer key to unlock it, and then it will open and you take your food out.
I just don't see.
Can you
this
imagine if the
lasting
robot gets to
very
your house
long.
and there's no fucking food in it?
You're like,
Oh man, dude,
mother,
and you paid for it.
And they're like, sorry, no refunds on the robot.
are bad.
Why don't you? And you could put like
Here's
okay,
a coupon.
This is
You
just this is
you shit in the
It's just gonna
robot
shit
and
out of
send
you.
it
you could
back.
just put presents in the robot to give back
Presents.
to
That's right.
Taco Bell or Burger King or wherever the hell you
If you took
ordered
it back to
from.
Taco Bell would not know the difference.
I'm just thinking of other things you put in
brought
there.
their burrito back.
Yeah, dude.
Just you could like the party poppers, just rig it up so when you open the door, it just explodes confetti everywhere,
that'd be
dude,
great. That'd be
all
great.
over Taco Bell. Oh, maybe okay. So now there's some. Now I
some
like this
interesting
idea
things.
of the robot delivery, and I think there's some things we can do.
I think so. We're
You're like, I'm gonna
make some-
shit in that robot.
No, nothing that's
We're gonna
gonna
make a
be
list.
like a jail time thing. More of a
We're gonna be like Mark Roper with the
banned from robot deliveries for life type thing, but not
That's
jail
right.
time.
Be like Mark
okay with
Roper
that.
with the anti-theft, the
Yeah,
pirate deals.
yeah. The Porsche Pirate package
Yeah.
with the fart spray, glitter bomb.
Oh my
fart
god,
spray.
I love those videos.
Yeah.
And people just look right at it and they get fart spray in their fucking eye.
Done.
I've been
Done,
watching
dude.
the.
You have to go to the urgent care, the ER at that point, get
Nah,
fart spray in
you
your
just-
fucking eye.
Yeah, you just suck it up. You go
Ugh.
rinse your eyes out with some water. You'd be fine.
You get the hose.
Drink milk.
Well,
or
it's not
something.
like real poop, so I guess you're not gonna get pink eye.
Valid. That is valid. From the poison brown eye.
Ew. That's gross, dude.
Technology these days.
No, there's some fun things we can do. Like I think we can just shut down the whole. You know, people want jobs and more money, but they
The
want so
world
much
was
money,
literally
right?
shut down for
So we
like a
just
year and a half.
Put robots out there to lord over us, dude. So we just
Or it's
shit
just-
inside of the robots.
Or it's just self-checkout.
we're
everywhere.
like toddlers, bro.
Well, that's
I
how
don't like it.
Walmart is now.
Yeah, Walmart with the self-checkouts.
I'm like,
It's all
I'm like,
self-checkout, right?
nobody has any jobs anymore. Everybody's like stocking.
Which at one point I remember when I remember first going to like Walmart when we started getting the superstores. It was like the shelves were shit because everybody was at the register. So I kind of get that a little bit, but it's gotten to the point where it's pretty fucking ridiculous.
There's usually like one or two cashiers, and they're
At
like
best.
at like the where you buy like the cigarettes and the alcohol.
and that's it.
And they're 100 years old, and somebody has like 1,000 coupons and it's price matching.
Yes.
right? So like, I get the self checkout at Walmart because
Whole camera crew comes in for extreme
Yeah.
couponing.
Yep.
And you're
like,
like,
what
I
is
just wanted
happening?
this fucking gallon of milk. I should have gone to 7-Eleven and paid $2
Pretty
extra.
much.
no, that's bad.
I send my kids on their bike.
I
Have
don't,
fun.
know why,
Go
I,
get
don't know
milk.
why, I don't know why Walmart's so popular. I like boycott Walmart.
Well, that's
Fuck
the thing
Walmart.
Is,
Fuck big corporate companies who don't take care of their fucking
Well,
employees.
fuck having everything made in China
That's true.
and
and
then
slave labor in China, like, and
Yeah.
then
And
they come
selling
over
it
here and be
dirt
like,
fucking
but it's
cheap."
super cheap. I don't want to. I can't afford to spend any money. Well, you get what you pay for.
well, and it's like the Wish.com of grocery stores.
It's horrible.
Yeah.
Everything's dirt cheap, and then
Yeah.
it doesn't last long.
Yeah.
I mean, there's only a certain kind of thing that you can really go to Walmart for, and that's things like, cosmetics, because you can still find what you need there.
Okay.
You can get like toothpaste.
I
maybe
found a
simple toothbrush.
7-string guitar on Walmart.com.
What?
That
It was like
guitar
a
over
sawtooth.
there. That guitar right there.
Walmart's like Best Buy though.
It's
Like
from
you
Walmart.
go to Best Buy and you expect it's like audio, video, it's technology stuff, and it's like everything they have is like mid. You know what I mean? They don't. It's like not Wish.com, but it's just a step above. But
Yeah.
if you want something that's a little bit more like
Go to Target.
I won't go to Target. Target's I kind of stay away from there too.
I like the
Stay-
food court at Target. I like to walk around while I'm like eating popcorn and touching a dirty cart, you know?
Ugh. They do have Starbucks at Target though.
They
do.
That's,
I love me
well, they have
some
it at Safeway
Starbucks.
too though. So
Oh yeah, that's
I
true.
worked at
Smith's has it
Starbucks
now,
for a
too.
really long time.
Smith's has a Starbucks too.
This one does.
What the hell, man?
Yeah,
Starbucks
bud.
is everywhere, bro.
Yeah.
They're smart. First started in Target, and they're like,
Did you know Subway has more locations than fucking McDonald's?
really?
They're like in every gas station, truck stop. Though.
But
Like,
whenever I
every
go
time
there,
you
there's
stop
like
to get
one
gas, there's
old lady in
there's a
town,
Subway.
and then there's like one like 14-year-old working.
Hells yeah.
It's usually
And they get robbed once a week.
Oh, for sure.
Like Subways get robbed. I don't know why.
They're like, oh,
they
that
closed the one
time of
down by
the,
my house.
that
They
time
got
of the
robbed,
week again. Here you go, Jerry.
Yeah, got like
Take
armed robbery.
Take the
three times
$10 that's in the
in, like,
fucking
2 years.
register.
That's crazy. Why do you pick that? Like, you know they're not making money.
Yeah, there's
at
like
the Subway.
37,000 Subway locations. I'm like, who the fuck eats Subway?
Jared.
Oh, dude.
That's
Fuck that
psychopath.
guy, dude.
He's also an ACDC fan.
That dude
Oh,
can
there.
get fucking
ACDC
wrecked.
facts.
Jesus, that guy is. I mean,
Hey, he lost a lot of weight though.
That dude is like the scum of the fucking earth.
dude, what a fucking piece.
What
of
up?
shit.
Yeah, for sure.
Well, and it's so funny for somebody who is in the limelight the way he was for so long.
Like, why would you do something like that when you're
It's kind of
like,
the
what
trend,
the
right?
fuck
Everyone,
is wrong with you?
A lot of the ones in the limelight are kind
the ones that are
of
the
the ones
weirdies.
doing that. Like, you
Oh, like
notice
the
more-
Jeffrey Epstein type
like
shit?
that
Like all
shit.
those fucking celebrities that are on his
Yeah.
fucking flight
Or
list?
that Psycho, the lead vocalist for what was that? Lost Prophets. Same thing.
Dude,
He
there's
got
yeah,
put in prison
I saw
for,
that. Yeah.
I think life for. I think it was.
What is it? Is it when you get
Trigger
the,
warning.
the
it was
the
like
fame and the money,
2-year-old
you suddenly
Oh
become
my
attracted
god.
to fucking
I
children?
remember that.
bad.
Yeah, that's gross.
Oh, and his
dude.
girlfriend too. Oh my god, yeah, I totally remember that.
Yeah.
See, it's
Scum.
there's a lot of them in the. It's scary
Dude,
how
fucking
Wait,
disgusting.
and I had this discussion. I'm trying to think of who I had it with, but beside the point, is like when you think about some of the people that like are in Hollywood or especially Hollywood,
Especially
right?
They have the money
The
to
people
hush
who
money.
Are well, the other side is like the people who are really good at what they do. You look at people like Tom Cruise, who's a great fucking actor.
On
but
Jeffrey
he's-
Epstein's flight list.
He's a fucking psycho.
yeah.
He's got issues.
It's like maybe it's like to him everything is weird and he's the only normal one, and that's why he's like Scientology just makes sense. It's like,
But he doesn't
what?
sell it. But like
He doesn't
He
sell
doesn't
it.
sell anybody. He won't even like. I was
No,
watching
he's
Russell
not trying
Brand
to-
was like. I was trying to get Tom Cruise to invite me. Tom Cruise wouldn't invite him.
Wouldn't invite him. Oh.
Because like they know, like they keep it tight.
I almost got abducted by the Church of Scientology in LA. You're there on Hollywood Boulevard and they like won't leave you alone. They're like, come do this personality
You thought the Mormons
test.
were bad.
Nice.
And then I'm like, no, like, oh, like we were like me and my wife were like walking around. I'm like, oh no, we're like going to meet up with like some friends. Like we don't have time. And they're like, it'll literally take like 5 minutes. Just like come. And I'm like, no. And they're like, yeah. And I'm like, no. And they're like, yes.
You're coming. Get in this creepy.
I literally
glass
ended up
building.
in their lobby somehow.
Oh wow.
And then I was like, my wife was like, we have to go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just get up and go.
That's when you
We
just
weren't
start-
meeting anybody. We just didn't want to be there.
No, yeah. That's. I think it's. I mean,
That's aggressive marketing.
that's like you're joining this fucking cult.
That's why my wife was like,
whether you like it or
we need to leave.
Yeah.
Because we weren't meeting anybody. We weren't doing anything. We were just walking around downtown LA and like Hollywood Boulevard and stuff like that.
Which is weird though, because Scientology is just a pyramid scheme, right? It's just all about
really
it's all about
is.
getting money.
Yeah.
It's
Right.
and then they get you to try and get more money
Yeah.
for them.
Yeah.
It's more of like like Kirby vacuums.
Yeah.
It's
What
like,
the
"We
fuck
got this
do they
great
even
We got this
do?"
great product, but we're gonna put you all in white colored long sleeves and a tie, and you're
Hell
gonna
yeah.
go door to fucking door. Bring that money in.
$2,000 for a vacuum cleaner does work well though. It is a good vacuum cleaner. I sold those for like 2 months. I did.
Yeah,
I did
that's
sell
right.
Kirby's, dude.
right.
They would drop me off in like Lemon Valley or Sun Valley to go door to door with a $2,000 vacuum cleaner.
I live in Lemon Valley.
And
If I
have-
opened my door and you were trying to sell me a vacuum,
It was, dude, it was so bad. It was so bad. Everyone's got like fucking German shepherds up there, so I'm like just vacuuming dog hair. Like, look, your current vacuum.
I have 2 German shepherds.
See, exact. See, did I call it? And then they're like, you can't stay and clean the whole carpet. It's like you told me to sell it. And they're like, yeah, but you got to like lie and say, oh, it's just too dirty. We'll have to.
Yeah.
like-
Yeah, I have a pit bull German shepherd and I have a border collie German shepherd.
Oh, that border collie one's got to be a lot of work.
She's beautiful and perfect. She's very shy.
High energy.
Because when we
They're
when we
super
got
high
her,
energy dogs, yeah.
we got her as a rescue, and she was unfortunately abused pretty heavily. So we've had her for like a year now, and still when like people come to the house, like we can't take her out because like we try to take her to like Virginia City, and she just like cannot.
Yeah.
Like she'll
Yeah.
pull on us and tug on us like away from the people.
Yeah.
And people come over to our house. Alan and his girlfriend come over, and she's just barking at them the whole time and like running away from them because she's just scared. Poor baby.
Even
I
my
love her.
Chihuahua gets over it. Like, will initially bark.
She pretends she's this big.
Yeah.
Interesting.
That's a big
She
dog,
thinks
too.
that she's this big.
Well,
That's why we don't have practice in my house.
The dog, yeah.
Well,
the dog's
yeah,
nice.
that would
Yeah,
make
we have
sense.
practice at Marcus's house in his garage. He's got a nice sized garage. It's a 1-car garage, but it's long.
Oh, it's like the
So-
2-car but deep.
Yeah.
You got to park 2 back to
Yeah.
back. Yeah. Yeah. I kind of wish I had a little bit more space. Some like mine. This is long. My garage, you barely you can get 2 cars in, but you're at the end, and it's got like the hot water heater and everything in there. So
Yeah.
there's
Same-
no room
same.
for activities in it. You know.
Yeah, we
at
just
all.
got Jared this new drum kit. So sick. It's like an acrylic drum kit.
Nice.
So we've got like LED lights on the walls. So like when the lights are down, if we go like live, the drum kit will be whatever color
Whatever
you want
color.
it to be. Or it can be multicolor, flashing color, fading
Yeah.
colors.
Is it like clear
like-
acrylic?
Yeah, it's clear
Oh, okay.
acrylic. Yeah.
Sweet.
Yeah, it's fucking sick.
Nice.
Yeah, we got it from this guy off of Facebook, and it was still in the box. And it's I have to think of the brand. I'm not good with drums. Jared's good with drums, but it's a good brand. It's a really good, expensive brand, and everything was still in the box. The only thing the guy had ever used was the snare, and he probably hit it about like 40 times, and that was it. And then put it back in the box.
Wow.
He said he like got it for Christmas, like a couple years back, and just like never used it.
Never bothered.
And so like the heads were brand new, like because Jared's very specific. Like I said, he like checked the rim of the bass drum and like all the drum like
The knobs and
the
everything, yeah.
the
The
shells,
tuning.
and he like felt the outside and was like, yeah, because it like kind of comes to like a point, I guess, on the top of the rim for where you lay like the drum heads, and like from like the pressure of like beating on it, sometimes that gets like dulled down.
Starts flying
And he
out,
was
yeah.
like, this has literally never been played.
No shit.
And it was like a fucking like $2,000 drum kit. I think we gave him like $900.
Damn.
It's not bad. It's not bad.
Yeah.
It's not bad.
Get the deals when you can.
And it was just the shells and the heads.
I have struck
So-
out like 100% on Facebook Marketplace.
Really?
Dude,
I
had a
love
bass
Facebook Marketplace.
and an amp. There's like a 300 watt like all in one like head amp with the
Like a solid state.
big and I was at the place to meet the person to do the deal, and they freaking literally messaged me and be like, I've decided not to sell it. Sorry.
Yeah, sometimes it's like that, or sometimes they don't show up or they don't respond to you. You're like, hey, I hate when I text somebody, I'm like, hey, is this available? And they go, no. I'm like, why the fuck is your ad still up?
Yeah, or at least they answered you. No, but then the person who was selling this bass combo, right, after telling me they weren't ready to sell it yet after they put it up, and I was there at the time. Hey, I went and bought some new stuff. Are you still interested?
Yeah. What was it, like a day later?
Yeah,
or
it was like
two?
it was literally like that night.
Oh, God.
That night, I saw it the next morning. I saw it. I
Can
was
you
like, "Are
just
you kidding
just
me,
tell
dude?"
me
And-
you can't meet
and,
up
like,
right now?
in
Just
6
be like, hey,
hours-
I can
Mine.
meet up later. Sorry, something came up.
I'm like, yeah, go
Fuck, dude.
Fucking, it was a good deal too, though. It's like I was thinking it was like stolen. It was such a good deal, or like boyfriend broke up with me, selling all this shit while he's.
Oh
gone.
my god, I've gotten some amazing fucking gear.
That's what I'm looking for. Is like,
Like if like I don't want to be like, oh, like a girl posts, but like if a girl posts, she's usually like posting for like her boyfriend, or like maybe she's posting for herself.
Yeah.
I hop right on that.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, oh, your boyfriend broke up with you and left all this gear. You're selling this Marshall cab for $400.
Yeah,
I'm
right.
in there like swimwear.
Well,
it's
we
like
got-
first thing I do is I put it in Google, the model number. I'm like, oh, this is a
Yeah, and it ends up being like a
brand new,
$1,400
and
cab.
then-
Yeah.
and they're selling it for like 200 because they don't know any better.
Yeah.
Right.
That's the.
Or like
Yeah.
guitars.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gear's
People
hard
don't
to
know
come
the
by that.
value of guitars.
On
because
Marketplace, it's hard
Yeah.
to find gear that's not battered, beat to shit. you
Right.
know, and
I don't
that's-
know.
That's where
I've
you
always had
find
a good.
few
I've always had a
gems.
good experience on Facebook Marketplace when it comes to like gear,
Hmm.
because usually it's other musicians who are like very understanding
Yeah.
of like situations that you're in. Oh, hey man, I know you're selling this this fucking 8-string guitar for $1,000, but I'm going through this, that, and the other thing, and I can give you like 700.
Yeah.
Okay, cool, man. Like whatever you can give me, I'm just trying to get rid of it.
I get the opposite where they post it for something and then they try to finagle you up. It's like you posted it at this.
What?
Yeah.
I'm offering.
I've
what
always
you
had a good
posted,
experience.
and
for
now you're like,
sure.
well, I'm kind of thinking I'll keep it. Can you do $50 more? I was like, go fuck yourself, literally, with whatever that thing was you're selling.
No,
Like,
Marcus
you
and
don't
I
ask for
love
more than you
Facebook
posted.
Marketplace.
I'll let my wife fucking do all that kind of marketplace shit. She's good.
My
She
wife
found
is
these chairs
obsessed
for
with
dirt
Marketplace.
cheap. And then on the way home after picking these fuckers up, found that couch you're sitting on for free.
There you go.
In a dumpster.
No.
In a dumpster.
It was outside of a fucking warehouse.
I don't care if it was in a
It was in their
dumpster or
waiting
not.
room.
Was it in a waiting room?
Yeah, like in their lobby at the business.
That's nice. They're like, we're getting new stuff. Come pick it up. So
I
because they
saw-
just want to get it out of there so they can put their new stuff
I
in.
see a shit ton of ads for barbershop chairs, dude. Like cool-ass barbershop chairs.
Well, you send them my way because I need a new chair for my piercing
Yeah,
station.
there you go.
Yeah, oh, that
Anybody
would work
who's
for
getting
you,
rid of a
yeah.
barber chair, hit up Liam.
I need
I don't
one
know,
really,
I don't
really
think
bad for
barbershop
my
chairs
piercing
go
station.
horizontal enough, though, dude. Don't you want one that lays more? Because barbershop chairs like up and down, you don't get a lot of
I
recline.
have like a barbershop chair right now, and it's just a little old.
Yeah.
So like the mechanism that kind of goes back and forth and like up and down doesn't really work. My boss, he just got a brand new like tattoo one, and it's like you could put like one leg up or like the other leg up, or you can like lay it completely flat and like add stuff to it, subtract stuff to it. I was like, I want something like that. Because when I'm doing like nipple piercings or stuff like that, like I hate to have people like sitting upwards for that kind of stuff. And it's usually like 18-year-old girls. And I'm like, I'm so sorry that you have to sit upright because I can't fit a table in here.
Right.
Hold your titty.
It's so awkward because I'm
Get these
like,
tongs in there.
I'm like standing there. I try to be like as respectful as possible. And I'm like, okay, like when you're ready to start, like I'm all set up and ready to go. Instead of just being like, take your shirt off. Like,
Right.
I try to be like, because it's awkward. I worked at Starbucks like my whole life.
So now you're in a whole new realm
Yeah,
of
I'm
customer
like,
service.
okay, I'm like ready when you are.
Do you ask them to tip before you do the service? Like put the tip jar at the front so they can tip on the way in, like at Starbucks. Like, what's that? It's a tip jar. I'm gonna pierce your nipple. Go ahead and leave a tip.
Yep.
That's gonna determine the quality of your piercing ahead of time. It's gonna hurt or it's still gonna hurt, but
Yeah, so I have
empathy.
regular clients that come back to me pretty often. You know.
Well, good.
Yeah, it's nice. I'm really living my art life. I really am loving life right now. Yeah,
That's awesome.
having a lot of fun. And I love music. I love being in a band. Whenever I'm like in between bands, I'm just like I'm literally having like musical withdrawals.
Yep.
Because like going to practice and just like hanging out and like smoking weed and just jamming like with my best buddies, like I just miss that whenever I'm like in between
I
bands.
get that way too. Like when I'm building stuff, when I'm making,
Yeah.
when I'm making something, it's like there's that. If you're, I'm constantly having to create, right? Like, and you feel satisfied, you feel fulfilled.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be good, bad, but you're doing it, right? And
Yeah.
it's like you don't feel like you're wasting your life. Like you wake up and you're like, fuck, I didn't get anything done yesterday. I hate myself, right?
Yeah.
But when you're doing that, you wake up and you're like, hell's yeah, one more,
Yeah,
let's-
ready
we
for
fucking
practice
Did
today.
something.
Yeah.
And then you got that in between time where like I just finished one, and then now you're kind of like
In case you
shopping
didn't
around,
know.
shopping around to do the next thing.
Right. In
Well, like
case-
even with a band or a project, the project ends now. You're like,
Right,
well,
right.
I want to do another project, but maybe I don't want to do the exact same thing. Now I'm going to shop around for
See?
like
Right.
people who are into this stuff. I want
Right.
to try and do, I want to push. I'll go back to my punk roots and stuff.
Yep.
I want to do. I want to go back to like
Literally me.
DI
You're-
and stuff like that.
And in
Yeah.
case you didn't know, Mike is very big in cosplay. He builds
okay.
his own stuff.
I
And
build props and
after the
costumes
podcast,
and-
if there's enough time, we will actually show you some of his stuff, which is incredible.
So sick.
I make big things.
But so
I mean, that's what Mike does. I'm Robert.
yeah. Oh, that's right.
Yeah,
Sorry,
I
If
just-
you didn't know Mike, who's not here.
Mike's not here. He does that stuff. Pretty lame. I play drums and listen to AC/DC 24/7.
There you go.
Dirty Deeds done dirt cheap. Probably like the
Thunderfuck.
pinnacle AC/DC. Yeah.
That's your ringback tone too.
Yeah.
You
What was
still
that?
got
What was that? What was that Arnold's Last Action Hero movie?
Oh,
wasn't,
yeah.
Wasn't that an AC/DC song for the
Fuck
like
if
their
I
main
know.
song for Last Action Hero? I think it was AC/DC, dude.
Was it?
I don't even know what that is.
Wikipedia
Watch
that.
again.
Wikipedia is
I'm gonna have to-
100%
yeah.
true.
If you know, put it in the comments below.
Yeah, put in the comments below what the AC/DC song on Last
Because
Action
I
Hero
have
was.
no fucking idea what that even is.
Oh my
It's
god.
a really good movie, actually. Like, it's a really good Arnold movie.
Yeah, it is. It is.
Because it's like making fun of the action hero genre with the biggest action hero that ever existed. So it's
There you
pretty,
go.
It's a pretty good movie.
It is pretty good. But without further ado, we have to get to the final part of this, which
Oh,
is
God, I was trying to avoid it.
your
Could you tell?
Uh-oh.
Could you tell?
If you've seen
What
the
is it?
show before, it's the Mount Rushmore.
Yeah.
Who is on your Mount Rushmore of inspiration, favorite bands, favorite artists?
Can be a band, can be an artist. You only get 4.
There's
So
4
it's
heads
just
on the Rushmore.
it's we have to explain that to some people. Like I said, it's not the Continental Congress. You know what I mean? It's just 4. So
Narrow it down.
yep.
I think I'm going to go first with Shaylee from Of Mice and Men.
Oh, okay. That is, I don't think I've heard that one before.
I don't even know who that is. Of Mice and Men.
Yeah, so
He was their first clean vocalist.
Yeah.
And he was playing bass for them as well
Yeah.
when they first started the band.
Yeah.
He is one of my biggest inspirations for clean vocals, and like the style that I do and the way that I sing and the way that I pronounce things and the way that I sing. I love his vocal technique. Still to this day, I follow his Instagram. He's doing all his solo stuff, and it's fucking amazing.
No
He's
shit.
just an amazing songwriter. He plays every fucking instrument and can do everything by himself, which I dig.
Nice.
That's the way to go.
You dig?
Dig.
That's a Of Mice and Men reference.
You dig?
So that's definitely my first, and I'm really gonna suck Stevie's dick here. I love Stevie so much.
Shout out to Stevie.
Shout out
Whenever
to
she's
Stevie's
definitely
dick.
my second on my Mount Rushmore. I love her so much. She's an amazing person and she's an amazing performer. I love her technique and the way that she does things and the way she takes care of things, and she's always nothing but nice.
We're getting her back on the 22nd, right? Is that next week?
No. That's Dwell Within is actually coming back.
Hey,
Well,
week,
then coming
so-
back, and then we got to get with Josh and Stevie.
Yeah.
Then, right?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, because I was talking
Yeah.
about their show. At the
Stevie's
ranch house.
definitely up there in my biggest inspirations, especially as like a younger person. When I started, like, because I met her when she was in Justice, and always nothing but nice. I remember we were at I still want to call it the Knitting Factory at Virginia Street Brew
VSB,
House.
VSB, yeah.
I was doing photos for that. It was like a Skylit Drive,
Oh, yeah.
Split Persona.
That's right.
I think Preacher, Antipex, and Justice, and Avian. And I was going to do photos, and the bouncer there, she was being such a bitch and was not letting me in fucking early. I was like, I'm literally here to work for these bands. Like, these bands invited me to be here. I need to go inside, even though, like, it's not door time yet. And Stevie literally, like, came to the door and told that bitch to basically fuck off and leave me alone because I had a job to do.
Yeah.
And that was like one of my first moments where I was like, wow, this chick is fucking super sick.
Nice.
And she's always been nothing but nice. And I love the videos that she's been posting lately on TikTok and on Instagram for Fervence.
Yeah.
Amazing performer, amazing vocalist, just well-rounded individual. I love you, Stevie.
That's some local
Dad?
love, baby.
Dad?
Now I'm just trying to imagine Stevie's face in stone.
Another person on my Mount Rushmore is definitely going to be Kellen Quinn from Sleeping with Sirens.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Another person who I look up to very highly in their vocal style, and I love good, clean vocals. And Kellen really brings it to the table every single time. He's been doing this for like 20 years now and just is still chugging. He loves to help out like smaller individual artists and smaller bands. He'll do features for a really, really good price. Because for him, it's not about the money. It's about the experience and meeting other people from around the world and being in amazing projects and helping people out because he is such a big name. So many people feature Kellen Quinn nowadays because he loves to do stuff like that. Now that like Sleeping with Sirens isn't like touring like they used to, like back when like Warped Tour was still a thing.
Yeah.
I posted a singing video around like this time last year, and he reposted it on his fucking Instagram. And
that's
it's
cool.
in my highlights on my personal Instagram right at the top. I freaked the fuck out.
That's awesome.
Because my drummer, Jared, is pretty good friends with Kellen, has played with him a couple times, even gone back to his house and hung out, just because that's how it is in LA.
Yeah.
fucking amazing person, and he's super nice, and I just love his message that it's never been about the money. It's just always been about the experience.
Yeah.
And he has 20 years of just solid experience for
That's
sure.
awesome.
Yeah.
Cool. And then finally,
the number one.
Hmm.
You start with number one? Yeah. Well, I think you said first, right? You don't start at number one. You start at number four. You work your way to the top. Oh, what are we doing here even? I'm going to go play drums.
It's hard to leave somebody out.
Neil Peart.
Peart. Neil Peart.
I'm trying to think of a really good one to end
Geddy Lee.
with.
Oh, fuck. I should have done more AC/DC research.
should have,
I
yeah,
don't remember any lead. Yeah.
I don't know. You've been going this entire time.
You
Yeah, I
were
don't know.
pretty good-
I
you were
couldn't.
good for a while.
Angus is the only one I can name.
Well, yeah.
Angus.
Brian Johnson.
Oh, yeah. Brian Johnson, best vocalist ever. I can't even do that. Sounds like a Fraggle.
Sounds like a Muppet.
It's like
A
Fraggle
Muppet?
Rock.
Oh, fuck no. Let's see. I'm probably going to go with another, like, special person to me, which is Jared.
Okay.
My drummer in my band. From the first time that I met him, he just is a different kind of individual. He's a different kind of human being. He's very quiet, but when you get to know him, he's a very loyal friend, and he's a very down person. I love his work ethic. He's always going. He works at Tesla. He's a freelance photographer and a musician, and he's just always is working his ass off, and I really look up to him. And he's a really amazing, well-rounded person, and I love hanging out with him. I love jamming with him. It's so natural when we get together with our music. Even when we get together just to hang out, to go downtown and get some drinks and some pizza, like we can just talk to each other the entire time without having to stop and think about what's next.
Yeah.
And whenever we play, he just starts playing, and I just, start playing guitar, and it's just so good every single time.
Yeah.
And he's very specific when it comes to like being in a band. That's kind of why we're doing just internet stuff right now, just because that's what Jared wants, and he's an amazing drummer, and
Trust in the vision.
right, we need to put our trust in him, because I've only
Jared,
played
we
like
trust.
4 shows my entire life. Same with Marcus,
Wisconsin.
and Alan as well. So Jared is basically just taking all of us under his wing and really showing us what it's like to be in a good, successful, hard-hitting band.
Nice.
And I am very excited for what's to come with this band and what's to come with my new band with Brett and Andrew and Christian.
Awesome.
I'm very excited, and I really appreciate you guys for having me on today.
Awesome.
We appreciate you
Yeah.
coming here to sit in this 100-degree garage.
Fucking Stevie and Jared, man.
Well, again, like he said, thank you so much for being here, Liam.
Of course.
Obviously,
was a
everybody
blast.
else wasn't able to make it, but we're glad
That's
you
okay.
got to sit down with
Flying
you.
solo today. We all work weekends,
Absolutely,
so
yeah. Got to do what we got to do. But
no work, no money, no money, no work, no money, no play.
that's right. But otherwise, thank you so much for being on
Of
the
course,
podcast.
thank you guys so much.
And give a big shout out if you haven't yet. Go take a look at their Instagram page, all their socials. Go hit them up. Follow along with their journey with Against All Lies.
got good
Super,
things.
super hard hitting gentcore.
Good,
It's gonna be
things
fucking
coming, man.
awesome.
We got some good things coming. Get some
Well,
tracks out.
yeah.
Spotify,
Yeah.
yeah.
So coming
Look forward to
soon.
listening.
Follow them on Instagram. Follow them on their socials, and keep an eye out. But this has been another episode of the Dark Figures
Thank you.
podcast. Thank you guys so much for watching. And if you haven't yet, click that subscribe button. And
Do
you
it
can
now.
Also, make sure you check out other videos that we've put out in the past. If you haven't
Pretty
yet,
sure it's up here.
they're up
It's, like,
there
floating
somewhere.
right there.
It's floating.
It's magic. And the
Magical.
internet.
Internet
Otherwise-
magic for sure.
Dude, the internet is a magical
It
place.
is magical.
It is a magical place.
But
Remember
otherwise-
E-Bombs World?
Ooh, shut the fuck up.
I know, right? I'm not letting you get through your outro.
Nope. All right. Well, till next time. Catch you guys later. See ya.
We out.
And I'm going to fade out with some AC/DC this time.
Awesome.
full, man.
All
Hey,
right,
Robert,
time to open
Robert,
it.
I'm
Okay,
sorry
woo.
if this was offensive, but it had to be done, bro.
That's what he gets.